I'm Josh.
And I'm Jen. Welcome to the Gospel Shaped Family Podcast.
Each episode brings biblical wisdom and practical conversations on parenting, marriage, and family. And we discuss how to disciple the next generation with a biblical worldview.
Whether you're raising children, shepherding a church, or longing to build a legacy of faith in your home, this podcast is for you.
Join us as we explore how to shape hearts, homes, and churches around the gospel, one conversation at a time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Gospel Shaped Family Podcast.
Hey!
It's Christmas time, Josh.
What favorite time of the year, right?
It is the best time of year.
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
And I like what you're wearing.
Oh, okay. Today we're wearing if you're watching on YouTube, we're wearing our matching McAllister Christmas sweaters. It's like from Home Alone.
And I'm curious if anybody has some like matchy Christmas things that they wear. Does your family do matching Christmas pajamas?
My family kind of never did. But I am such a sucker for anything matchy all year long, really. But Christmas just brings it all out.
Yeah, so these are from, did you say already these are from the Home Alone movie?
Yeah, from the Home Alone movie. So in Home Alone, Kevin wears this, it's a hat actually. It's in Home Alone 1, but we got the sweater.
Yeah, with the moose on it.
Yeah, it's so cute.
There we go.
Classic Christmas. Christmas.
Did I win husband points wearing this today?
Yes,
all right.
you
Husband points.
You love this one. I will tell everybody when all the boys were little, I used to buy matching sweaters too for Josh and the boys to wear. Do you remember all those matching sweaters? The J. Crew.
I remember
sweaters.
No, what are the kids ones that you always get the pajamas from that they're out of business? Hannah, yeah, that's what I remember.
They just don't have any stores.
Oh, yes, it's hard.
I did those for a long time.
I refuse to get the.
I never did those
because they're like onesies,
they're like
and
tight
I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
So little, it's adorable because their legs are so skinny. It's like frog legs, and then these Christmas pajamas are so. And one year even we did it with the extended family. Do you remember that? Like Sophie and Scarlett.
I do.
They had the matching pajamas, and then they all sang "Away in a Manger" in their matching pajamas.
I do.
That's
yeah.
like a core mother memory for me.
You. All right, good.
All those cute kids in their Hannahs.
I just need to get the husband points. So
yeah, you did a great job. Well, today we're talking all about gift giving.
Yep.
And it's always kind of a fun topic to, just kind of chat through gift giving and what are you doing from year to year. Josh, do you have any standout gifts that you guys got when you were a kid or something that's
the Atari? I like the Atari when I was
man, that Atari.
Some elementary age. I can't remember how old. I remember the Christmas we got it, and Pole Position and Excite Bike and Tecmo Bowl, and oh man, that was life changing. We still have
the Atari.
The Atari that I had when I was a kid with all the games, and Miracle of Miracles. It still works.
I don't know how it works still. That's just crazy.
All the games work, the controllers work, so we pull it out. We don't keep it out ever, but we pull it out at Christmas oftentimes.
We usually pull it out.
And the kids, they're so fascinated by it because it's literally like stick figures moving around on a screen. And the fun thing about old video games is any child of any age can play them, and they can still be pretty competitive with everybody else. And it's funny because the new video games, they're so addicting that you will play hours after hours after hours. Yeah. The old ones like the Ataris, it's funny because my kids they'll play them and it'll be like an hour or two, and they're like, I'm done.
Play that long. They'll play 20 minutes.
Go put it away. I'm good. It's so different. But anyways, that was a big one. What about you? What was yours?
Okay, so I was trying to think about this. I have kind of two gifts, and ironically, they're both handmade gifts, which is so weird. Okay, so the first one, the gift that stands out to me, in my memory of all time, is when I was little. I had to have been maybe kindergarten age. I was super into collecting Care Bears, stuffed Care Bears. And my grandpa built me a shelf. It was a wood shelf, a white painted shelf. And it was to go on my wall to go with the Care Bears, and then they bought me Care Bears. It's so weird. But
those Care Bears were pretty cool. I remember like Funshine Bear. And I'm trying to remember the other ones.
Wall in my room.
Yeah.
There was like Love a Lot.
Oh yeah, I remember Love a Lot. Yeah.
Good Luck Bear, all the bears. Funshine Bear was my favorite bear. Anyways, yes, there's that. And then the other really random one is my 3rd grade teacher made me this ornament. We still have it on the tree.
Yes.
She like cross-stitched everyone in the class these ornaments, and it just said like, what does it have on there? Like a stocking, and then it says Jenny, but she made them for the whole class.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
It's like, why is that like some of my favorite gifts? But both of my favorite gifts are like handmade. I don't know. That's it.
Noted. Make Christmas gift for Jen.
Jenny likes handmade things. What can I say? But I will say that why is that? I don't know why those are the gifts that stand out. But I mean, my parents gave me great gifts over the years. But
okay,
I don't know.
That's
those
great.
Are the ones that stand out.
Well, so why are we talking about gifts?
Well, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
And at this time of year, I mean, everybody's thinking about what to buy their kids. Every parent, every grandparent, every aunt and uncle, you're trying to think through, what are we buying our kids for Christmas? And, I would say in parallel, every influencer, every store, everybody is going to say, buy this, great hit item of the year. And every year you can kind of like point to like, oh yeah, this is the item. This is the thing that all the kids want. But I think
which is going to be in the garbage in like 3 months.
They're always in the garbage. Yeah. Like I remember, I won't say exactly what. Well, Emily used to want this like watch. Remember, she wanted that watch. All the kids wanted these like. Aren't
they like a fake animal, like a pet?
No. That's big this year.
Oh, that's like this year. Okay. She asked for it. We're like. A pet? We have like
it's
we
like
literally have like 150 animals. We don't need a fake one on a screen.
Yeah,
like
so
you have a ton of it.
We have all this stuff, anyways. So today we're going to talk through gift recommendations and some things that we've done for gift giving in our home, and we're not going to talk about like we weren't going to talk about the hot Tamagotchis toys.
Sorry, if you're getting that for your children, no shame.
You can totally buy that.
Jinx.
That's totally great.
Jinx.
You can jinx it. Jinx again.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. So anyways, that's so funny. I love that movie. Anyways, we're not going to talk through all the top like best, La Boo Boo, whatever this year. That's the thing too. What? But we're gonna talk through. I don't even know what. You don't know what a La Boo Boo is? Oh my gosh. Okay. A La Boo Boo. Okay. That's so funny. Okay, I'll say what a La Boo Boo is. You saw them when we were in Colorado Springs.
I did?
Yeah, you saw them.
That is
we were
so
at that
funny.
store. You know that random pet store?
What did they pick about your name? That's all I got.
Okay,
it's a horrible name.
It's like, okay, I'll tell you what it is. It's like a little, I think they're creepy, but they're like little, if you're not watching on video, I'm holding up my hands. It's like a little thing, like the size of an apple. It's got like a face on it, and people collect them crazy.
Oh, that literally made me cry.
That's
Sorry.
Cry. Laugh till you cry is a good thing.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. Well, apparently I'm on top of more of like the hit tween toys.
I guess.
Those things are crazy because they're like grown-ups who collect them, and then they like spend big money on them. It's insane. Okay. Anyway, so
that's not what we're talking about. Like
that's really not our personality. We will not be buying those for our kids. But I mean, maybe that's fine. Again, no shame, jinx. And so, anyways, so our kind of like Christmas gift suggestions are to come. And so,
all right,
yeah.
Good.
Why don't you give us a little bit of of
some of the why behind kind of why we're thinking what we do. So we don't give our kids an allowance. We teach them to work. They have to earn what they get. We're not raising little socialists that get something for nothing. And we want them to learn responsibility, to learn the value of money, know how to handle that well. But Christmas is a little different in that sense. It's, obviously we're giving our kids something that's undeserved in that regard, mirroring what Christ gave through his birth, death, and resurrection. And so we obviously share that in return as we give gifts to our children. So a few of the things we kind of think with that is we want to be generous with our children at Christmas. So we do that with our kids, not to the point of like outrageous generous, but more generous than normal. We never encourage going into debt, but for our kids, something in the like $200 to $300 range per child, we feel like is reasonable. Sometimes it goes maybe a little over that for one of our kids, because a lot of times we'll end up trying to get one big, nice gift, and then there's, that's maybe about half of the cost. But some years, the gift is like, if it's some of the things will tell you, it's like, well, this one actually costs a little bit more than that for a special occasion. That's okay. Yeah. And we do that.
And I'll chime in too, like when our kids were really little, like little kids, they don't, like when your kids are teenagers, they're going to like look and see if there's a tag on it, honestly. But like we had some years when the kids were, the prices. But like when our kids were little, like I would literally like hunt Goodwill for the things I was looking for, and like starting all year long. So don't let like a price point be like something we're saying like you have to spend that much money, but just like the idea is generosity.
So little kids that a 5-year-old $50 can go a long ways.
My goodness, you could buy 100 things for them.
But when they get into the teen years,
when they get a little older, it's ridiculous at this stage.
So what's our first category we have 4 categories that we typically try to get. Often it's something in each of these 4 categories for our kids.
Yeah, we try to hit these 4 every
First
year.
category, Jen.
So category number 1 is Bibles and books that encourage spiritual growth. And there's a lot of directions you could go with this category. And we will put together like a list in show notes. We'll try to tack it online in a couple different places for you guys. I don't know if we want to put this on the Gospel Shaped Family website. We'll see what we can do. For sure, it'll be in show notes. But just ideas in this category of Bibles and books that are going to shape spiritual growth. So, of course, you want to buy Bibles by age and stage. There are so many good Bibles out there. We love, just to name a few, would be like the Big Picture Story Bible. The Bible in Pictures for Little Eyes. I'm not sure if we've spoken about this, but there are 2 editions of the Bible in Pictures for Little Eyes. There's like an older edition that I think was published in the 1970s, and it has original artwork. The artwork is actually like painted and drawn, and is just very, very beautiful. The book is it's a horizontal shaped book, so the shape of it when you open it and read it is a little bit different. And there's a newer edition. We would encourage everyone to buy that older edition. Everybody needs to have this on their shelf. I'm sure you can get it at like thrift books. Sometimes I even find them when I'm out like at like thrift stores and things like that. But make sure you have a copy of Bible and Pictures for Little Eyes on your shelf. There's a great Learn to Read Bible by Heather Gemmon, Biggest Story Bible, the Seek and Find Bible. This year, our boys were gifted the John MacArthur Study Bible.
By their grandfather.
By my dad. Wow, what a beautiful resource. Just at this time of year, when you have the opportunity to put something in your kid's hand, something like that, like a John MacArthur Study Bible, just wonderful, wonderful. There's these ESV journaling Bibles. And then one thing that's been fun that we've gifted our kids here and there throughout the years, and we've gifted them to different people, is these Bible sets called the Illuminated Bible Journals. And they are each book of the Bible. I should have brought one in here. Each book of the Bible just published as its own book, and they have beautiful covers, the illuminated ones. So when you put them on the shelf, then they look like almost like a rainbow of colors when they're all put together. But then they also have it comes in like a simple black bound. These are great little gifts. Those are even like $5 each. And so if you're looking at, I'd like a gift for my child that we can use. We're studying, like in our church, we're studying the book of Acts right now. So what a great gift, like give them to everyone in your family if you're doing something as a part of Bible study. But when we talk about books that shape our children's spiritual growth and development, we just want to make sure that they have good Bibles in front of them, especially when our kids are little. There are no shortage of beautiful, wonderful story Bibles that really just make the Bible come to life. And so I would say make that at the top of your gift giving list this year. And if you're thinking about, what gifts do I give to my extended family? The gift of a Bible is great for anyone, whether it be nieces and nephews. We've even done in the past where we've purchased a book or a set of books or a Bible for like the nieces and nephews, you know what I mean? So we'll be like, oh, this is for these little kiddos and this one is for these little kiddos. And so it makes a great family gift. And again, these are not expensive. They're super affordable. A lot of them you can find used, but you can Amazon them all and it's all great.
Yeah, and if your kids are getting into that like kind of preteen, early teen years, kind of the 11, 12, 13-year-old age range, this is a really good time to prioritize a full text Bible for them.
Yep.
Maybe this year, maybe that's one of the gifts you give them. And, you move from the kids Bible to the full text. Yeah. And we've always prioritized, we like the ESV study Bible. Our kids have really liked that one. And so, but there's tons out there. Maybe you get a leather bound one with their name on it.
That's amazing.
They'll have that for a long time.
I don't even have a leather bound Bible with my name on it. I have I'm gonna have my Bible to be forever.
I'm giving all kinds of Christmas ideas for
ideas for Jen.
Handmade, leather bound. Can I do that? That would be the ultimate here. Yeah.
Oh boy, from a cow that we raised.
From a cow we raised. Oh yeah, that would be even better.
Next level.
Nice.
Okay, so along with this category would be all sorts of accessories that go with your Bibles. So, these are the things that make Bible study, they're fun. These things go great in stockings. We do stockings for our kids. But these are great to just kind of throw in there, whether it's pens and highlighters and tabbies and bookmarks, Post-its. Etsy right now has the cutest little like bookmark things. They have fun Bible reading plans. So all the fun accessories that go with it, especially for girls. Girls love that stuff. It's a fun little...
I love my Bible accessories.
Like my girls love their Bible accessories.
They do actually. Our girls do.
Love them.
Our boys do have some... all the pens.
Our boys love the pens.
That's true.
They like those Bible pens. Like John, on Sunday mornings, he'll like bring those to church.
He does. Write in his Bible a lot.
He writes in his Bible or he'll highlight like exactly what's read. And then, I'm always like, are those the Bible highlighters? But he's good about the Bible highlighters.
Yeah, the Bible tabs, all that stuff.
All those tabs, So... look at those. And then just books that are going to draw your family together and bring them closer to Christ.
Help them grow spiritually. Like every single Christmas, we are always like, which book are we getting for each of our kids? Yeah. It's different titles usually because they're different ages. Mm-hmm. And, specifically, how is it going to help them grow spiritually this year? Yeah. So, we have a handful of titles that was like, all right, we want all of our kids to have this book, this title. You're kind of building them a little library.
Personal library.
And then for some specific kids, there's other kind of things that they're interested in that we prioritize specifically for them. But and then there's fun books and books that are like series. What kind of series have we got in our kids?
Well, and I would say even some of these series books will help your child
grow spiritually.
Yeah. Okay, so let me give you some ideas. Just of some fun series books that you can kind of jump in with your family. We love the Wing Feather Saga, written by Andrew Peterson. Maybe we've mentioned that before. The Little House books, Narnia, of course. And these are all books you could read out loud. So as I'm saying the names of these series, these are all books that we have read out loud, the series, to our kids. So they're great. While these ones that I'm reading are fiction, they're really great conversation starters. So you can look at the character. Did they, are they making wise decisions? What should they do next?
We talked about one year we read Little House, and they have Christmas in there.
Oh, yeah, there's always Christmas in Little House.
And they got, for Christmas, they got a tin cup, a penny, and a piece of candy. And that was their whole Christmas. And, of course, the kids in Little Hot Laura and the kids were like ecstatic they got that for Christmas. And, it's fun to talk about. All those life kind of things, contentment and joy. Like, would you guys be happy with a penny, a tin cup, and a piece of candy for Christmas this year?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I know we have talked about that before. And it's kind of also a reminder too. Like, I've heard some people say like, oh, we can't afford a lot, we can't do all that. But it's just like, it's a reminder like, okay, you can do a piece of candy. You could do.
And your Christmas Orange. Remember that movie, The Christmas Orange? Yeah.
That was a crazy movie. Oh, boy. The Father Brown Mysteries by Chesterton are so wonderful. If you haven't taken in the Mysterious Benedict Society, that will make you think. That'll make your kids think. Those are so much fun. Chuck Black wrote a series called the Kingdom series, which are like medieval fun. Of course, James Herriot, his Treasury.
Fantastic.
All Creatures Great and Small, All Things Bright and Beautiful. He has a children's treasury, which is just so full of the most beautiful descriptives of nature and the English countryside and the things that he learned as a vet. And then the Princess series by George MacDonald, which it's kind of a deceptive name that it's called the Princess series. It's the Princess and the Goblin and Princess and Curdie, but really these are not like princessy books. They're super adventurous, deep, traveling in caverns, and it's great. It's very, very, very fun.
So get books, get a stack of them every year. It's great. It's for our kids every year are like, which books are we getting? They know they're getting books.
Oh my goodness. Great. I was out with Emily, our youngest, earlier this week, and we stopped at the bookstore, and she was literally like, what are you getting me for Christmas? What books are you getting me for Christmas? Can I buy this? Can I, are you going to get it for me for Christmas? And I have lists. I keep a list on my phone all year long of books that I think would be great for our kids for birthdays or Christmas. I take a lot of photos of books, but books are really just that gift that keep on giving. They keep on giving to your family. All right, Josh, what's number two?
Second category.
First category.
Books and Bibles. Spiritual growth. Think spiritual growth. Second category that we have is heirloom gifts that our children will use as they become young adults. Some of them they'll have their whole life.
Yep.
And so these sometimes are your really expensive gifts, and they're like your wow gifts a lot of times. And we think in this category, we think what will help our kids develop biblical manhood, biblical womanhood for guys, womanhood for girls. My parents did this. My parents did this in some regards. They're kind of functional sometimes with the gifts they gave us as kids, but they would give me as a son, they gave me a whole tool set. They would be, a socket set or parts of the tools from year after year. And then by the time you graduate from high school, you've got a whole, basic toolkit, which was really nice. Kind of, when I was growing up, I was kind of like, I don't know, this is not a very fun present. But as an adult now, I appreciate that. My parents gave me things like jumper cables. Again, you're not like, well, that's not a fun gift, but I still have the same ones. I still use them.
Same jumper cables.
Yeah, they're in my vehicle. Yeah, it's great. But so those would be on the very functional side. But some of the more heirloom gifts that we've done for our boys, we purchase them a gun when they get to about 12, 13 years old. Sometimes it's a 22 rifle. Other times it's a shotgun. Some of our boys have both. And those, of course, are expensive. And they, way more than a couple $100. Sometimes we ask our son to chip some money in for that if it's a really expensive
if they're
one.
wanting it. They'll say like, oh, I really want this. And they'll say.
Other times it's like, this is most of your present this year, and that's okay. We do leather wallets, and I love saddleback leather. That's like my favorite place to get. We should see if they want to advertise here. I have so much of their stuff, their bags, I'm wearing their belt right now. But we have to often get a wallet, and one of their phrases is
The saddleback phrase.
It's 100-year guarantee for leather, and their phrase is your kids will fight over it after you die. And I've had one of their satchels, they call it. It's like it's a bag that I put my laptop and stuff in that I travel. It's gone everywhere with me, all over
20 years now,
all over the country, out of the country, Canada, Europe, all over the place. The thing looks almost brand new.
Yeah.
And it has held up. I mean, the leather is incredible. So getting those kinds of things, they are not cheap, but they are well worth it because they will last for decades and decades and decades. And they'll love that. Our boys get shavers when they get to a certain age. And it's not just like the electric shavers. I use like the real ones that you put the blades in, and you've got, those aren't cheap either. And teaching them how to use that, really fancy knives. Guys can never have enough knives.
What is that?
Because we use them. Yeah, we use them. Yeah. I don't know. I look around my office here, and there's knives all over it here. Because you need them. I always think like somebody comes up here, I've got a knife within arm's reach. If worse comes to worse. You never know.
That's true.
We had somebody break into our house.
We should share that on a podcast.
Yeah, we will share that. We had an intruder at one point, and
oh boy,
yes, needed a knife. It was in the drawer. I didn't grab one, but anyways, need a knife. Fishing poles, and so I actually learned how to make fishing poles. You buy a blank, and then you literally wrap them with string, and you put their name on all this stuff. It takes a lot of work. It took hours, 20 hours, but I made those for our boys. They all have personalized fishing poles. They use them when we go fishing. Those kinds of things, if they ever break, I guarantee my boys will be like, oh, it's a one of a kind. You can't replace this. Those kinds of heirloom gifts are really special. So we do those for like our boys. Young women, Jen, what do we do for the girls in the family here?
Well, the girls have all gotten sewing machines. They got a sewing machine. Kate has hers. Emily hasn't quite gotten into that yet. But a sewing machine is so special. Again, they're not inexpensive, but learning how to use it is one of those things that is like, oh, it's fun. It's fun to use. It's fun to be creative in that way, but it's something that you'll use your whole life. And I always think about that because my mom got a sewing machine when she was like, goodness, I want to say maybe 17 or 18, and I still have that sewing machine. I used it like forever. So sewing machines, things for the kitchen that our girls love, like a colorful Le Creuset pot that they can use for cooking and baking and making bread. Our girls love those, and that is just it's a heirloom item that you'll buy and you'll use your whole life. Jewelry in a jewelry box, just simple timeless jewelry is always something that's so wonderful. And then also I include in this category legacy cookbooks. So when I say a legacy cookbook, I mean a cookbook that they will refer to their whole life. So whether that's Betty Crocker, which is funny because Kate has memorized, she cooks so much that she's like memorized the recipes out of some of these. Yep. And so it's Betty Crocker and it's Joy of Cooking. It's Julia Child, Mastering the Art of French Cooking. It's the original Martha Stewart. And so some of these books are books that, I have on my shelf that I come back to over and over again. So when I'm looking for a recipe, we always start with, whatever. You start with choose your book, depending on what it is. But, you start there. And so I would call those legacy cookbooks. And those are easy to give. We've also done for Kate, I would say specifically like interest-based cookbooks, which sounds so funny when your child's like 13 years old, but like she loves to cook and bake. So we bought her like a specialty ice cream book and things like that she will carry with her whole life. Her
whole life, yeah. And then for all the kids together, there's, some gifts that go both ways. Boys, girls fit well. We've done book embossers where they got their name and can emboss books. We've done jumper cables. We do tools. Yep. We've also...
the girls need tools too.
They do, yep. They need to learn how to use them.
Yep.
And one of the big gifts we've given to our kids that are pretty expensive is musical instruments.
Yep.
And it's interesting, our kids all are very musical. They love music. And, some of our son Jay he's, how many guitars have we given him over the years for presents? Like
many.
3, 4, I can't even remember.
It's like a guitar and then an electric guitar
and all the all the accessories that go with them, panels and foot panels. Well, he's using those now. He's partially he's going to be a worship pastor. He's using them every Sunday. Leading worship. It's pretty cool to see that those gifts have translated into kind of some of the adult usage stuff.
And I would say specifically the gift of a guitar, or a ukulele, which sounds kind of like a big gift for some, even if your child is not super musical. We gave Jay his first guitar when he turned, 12? It was that year. And he didn't know how to play. But sometimes just putting that instrument in their hand, they all, let's see, does Asher really play? The rest of them all can pretty much play.
Kick out a guitar and she plays.
The ukulele.
Yep.
Yeah. So we've put a lot of guitars and instruments in their hands as gifts. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Fountain pens fit in this category. Anyways, those special gifts that they'll have for a long time. That'll be great.
They will have those forever.
Let's take a break to thank Renew Nation, the sponsor of this podcast. If you've benefited from the Gospel Shaped Family Podcast, consider making a tax-deductible donation to Renew Nation today. Your generous donations make this podcast and our work to help children develop a biblical worldview possible. If you've enjoyed the episode, you can support us by leaving a review. This helps the podcast grow and reach more families. Now back to the show.
Third category.
What is that, Jen?
Third category is clothes. Now, I know this sounds kind of like a random category, clothes, but we have always used Christmas as a time to strategically buy clothing for our kids. And yes, clothing is a need, right? So we're not really buying we've never bought socks and underwear for our kids for Christmas, not stuff like that, but clothing that they're going to love. So I would say put clothing into two kind of categories. There's the fun, stylish category. So all the trends of clothes.
Like Nike hoodies. Yeah.
Right now, every kid wants the Nike hoodie with the swoosh. It's like UGG Tasmans. That was a thing. Right now, just between us, I really think the Doc Martens are coming back. Doc Martens are a thing right now. So there's those kinds of things where it's
Did you have Doc Martens?
I did.
You did? They're coming back.
So it's those kinds of things that there are all those trends, and those are fun. And you want to let your kids experience those fun, trendy things, express their personality. Christmas is a great time to give those. We've done fun stuff in the past, everybody gets, tennis shoes this year, or everybody gets whatever, and they're going to be
fun, fun shoes,
stylish tennis shoes, and they love that. At all ages, they love that. So there's those trendy things, but then I would say there's also and we've done more of this at Christmas, more of investment pieces for the kids' clothing. And so what
staple items that are kind of expensive.
So an Under Armour sweatshirt with an X is not on the front, is not your investment piece. It's a wool sweater or something that's 100% cotton, or it's a pair of leather boots, or it's work gloves, or it's a piece of clothing that they are going to wear for a long time. If you have multiple children, so we've done this before where we've, invested in wool sweaters and certain kinds of dresses for the girls, or maybe it's timeless looking boots, like hunter boots for the girls. Those are items that are able to be passed down from child to child. And so, just wonderful practical clothing is just something that we have loved, and we feel like our kids have really, really loved that too. It's funny, because we have 3 boys, we bought those navy half zip sweaters.
Yeah, Patagonians.
Those Patagonia ones. And so we bought them for all 3 boys, and now John is the youngest, and he's okay, I guess I'll be wearing this the next 10 years. And it looks good. They sell the exact same one every single year. You could literally buy it every single year. Yep. It looks brand new. So get your kids some clothes, get them some stuff that they love, and just some pieces that will last them a long time and that'll
And
be
it
high
helps.
quality.
This helps reinforce biblical femininity and biblical masculinity and how they're dressing, and it kind of helps shape some of that from a clothing standpoint, and it allows to. In this regard, sometimes I feel like this is a little of the splurge items you don't get in your normal. Like if one of your children wants some clothes item that it's like, well, that's expensive. Like Kate will sometimes want a really nice dress from Anthropology, and it's like, well, that's like $175. That's a lot of money to spend. But it's once in a while, it's fun to get something like that for your kids.
And the kids are so
it's like,
excited.
and this Christmas is a great time to do it. I remember when I was in 10th grade, I really wanted Jordans, like the shoes. That's kind of when they were coming out for the first time. And I got them that Christmas. I like begged my parents. That was my Christmas gift that year. And I wore those things until they literally fell off my feet. I remember that was I loved those so much. It's so silly. It's just a pair of Jordans. So you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. But that stuff matters to kids.
Yeah.
And I will caveat to just add to this that like our kids are homeschooled and it still matters to them. So maybe you might have people say like, oh, well, that's only if your kid's like in peer pressure and all these situations. Our kids still like all the things. Our kids still, enjoy like a stylish boot. So anyways, get your kids some clothes. They will thank you. They will love it.
Yep.
All
right. And the last category is fun things and toys.
Yes.
We are almost out of the toy phase. Our youngest is 10. So we're, Christmas shopping for little kids is really easy. Like literally walk into any toy store. It's like, you can grab it all and they love it. And, Christmas exciting. But even in getting toys, you can get some of the more long-lasting ones, like your Doug and Melissa's, your
Melissa and Doug.
Sorry, didn't mean no disrespect there. I can't. Whatever.
Sorry,
all the wood ones that last longer. You got like the Thomas the tank engine that we used to give to Jay when he was little. We still have all those, and they will probably last for a very, very long time. But things like Legos and dolls,
all the American Girl.
Yeah, American Girl dolls and the Legos that our kids still, John 13, he still loves Legos from time to time. Yeah.
Legos.
And in this category, we kind of put tech things like, every teenager loves anything tech related. So
they do.
Your Bluetooth, your Beats, your whatever it is, I remember one year our older son got an iPod.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, those tech thingies kind of fit into this category, and they're endless the number of things you could get in that category. Some of the practical fun stuff. We try to do this for each of our kids each year. Like, what's something fun that they will, that they wouldn't normally get otherwise, and it, just fits here. So those are the 4.
Yep.
And you can kind of think through what would those be for your family. All right, so we're going to end today with our segment that is Ask Josh and Jen.
Yes.
And so we got our question here. It's about family and fun at the holiday season. It says, do you have anything you have done to guard and build regular family fun together around Christmas? So how would you answer that, Jen?
Man, I feel like we do a lot. Well, I would say we do have Christmas traditions that we've built in that just kind of happen regularly every year. And some of them are like big things that we pour a lot of intentionality into. And some things are things that are just like great that we've said let's just like carve out the time every year to do those. Whether it's like decorating, we always decorate the day after Thanksgiving. So we don't decorate before Thanksgiving. So we're intentional to carve out that day. We do fun stuff like, putting on our Christmas jammies and going and looking at Christmas lights.
Matching ones, right?
Matching ones. Even now we said Hannah Anderson ones at the beginning. We now do Christmas pajamas that are more like adult friendly. We could say that. because the boys are big.
Thank you, Jesus.
The boys are grown. And so the boys want like, I don't know. They're like, I can link them. I can show you guys what we got. They're great. And so, yeah, we do put those on.
Put on Christmas jammies. We get in our Suburban.
Yep.
We get a fun drink, and then we just drive around and look at lights.
Drive around and look at lights. Let's see. We bake and we cook and we do stuff like that.
We all make Christmas cookies together.
We do that. We decorate Christmas cookies every year.
Yep. We do some puzzles with Christmas music.
Christmas puzzles.
I'm a 500-piece puzzle guy.
Yes.
Because 1,000 takes too much brain power. I want easy. It's like easy puzzle that I can finish in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good as a person, and I need some easy wins.
Yeah. So we don't like keep things. We're like we don't have like, I don't know, how would you say this? We don't really keep a lot of things, but we have in the basement like a section on these shelves for Christmas puzzles, only Christmas puzzles.
Yes.
It's a niche item in the Mulvihill home.
Yeah. We do a Christmas picture most years, and our family, I know like Christmas family photo can get super stressful. We have kept it bit like where would you want?
Super chill. Where would you want?
Yeah. And ours is not really that planned out. So we just take it. We did that. We already did that this year, and there was a lot of laughs. It turned out really good. It's kind of fun. And I take
pictures don't need to be stressful.
No, that's good. They're fun to look back on then. And I always reserve some time to take off at Christmas. I feel, in ministry, full-time ministry, when I was a pastor for 20 years, Christmas was the busiest season of life. It got so busy at Christmas because you have extra services. I'm on all the time. You've got your, so what ended up happening in the Christmas season for a long time for us is that it was the exact opposite. It was, we had to fit in stuff around my availability as a pastor. And oftentimes we would miss like extended family gatherings and other things like with our grandparents and aunts and uncles because we just couldn't, they would be doing it on Christmas Eve. Like, well, I've got a Christmas Eve service. Sorry, can't be there. So we, we're in a little bit of a different season right now. Although I'm in full-time ministry, I'm not a pastor. And so we take advantage of that. And I take time off at Christmas and we purposefully have a lot of fun. So we just spend time together playing cards. We love Settlers of Catan. We have enough space here on our farm that we have fields. So we have a old snowmobile. It's like older than us.
It's amazing.
And last year we got that out during Christmas and zipped around. It was so much fun. We did that for almost a whole day.
Snowmen, and then there'd be like two teams of us. One team would be like actively building snowmen, and then the other would be like zipping around, and then you'd build the snowmen so that the person driving the snowmobile could just like crash in and destroy the snowman. It was so fun.
It was great. We do that stuff. It's pretty low key for Christmas.
And I will say we do reserve Christmas Day just to being at home.
Yeah, it used to be extended family, and we talked with our family and said, our kids are going to have no memory of Christmas with us as an immediate family because we are always we're always gone. We were always gone with church as a pastor, or extended family was on the 25th all the time. So we literally was like, okay, 24th is gone, 25th is gone. When are we going to celebrate Christmas as a family? So we've shuffled that. That was literally only like 2 or 3 years ago. Because we need our kids to have some memories of like Christmas just with our family. So that's been good. But those are the kinds of things that we do pretty much every year. And we've just, we didn't sit down and think ahead of time, let's create a list. That's just kind of what's transpired. And it's been good. It's built, it's built into our family kind of rhythm and structure. So
right.
All right. Last thing before we go, as we're kind of embarking close, only a few weeks away from 2026, want to give you an invitation and an encouragement. We're going to do what's called the Bible in 365, where we are going to invite you to read through the entire Bible in 365 days in 1 year. Maybe you've done that before. Maybe you haven't. I actually just read a study that said only 20% of Americans have ever read the entire Bible in their life, at least just once.
Really?
Even.
Wow.
So maybe that's something that you haven't done much, or maybe it is. I don't know. But we're going to invite you to do that. There's some really good Bible reading plans. The one I love the most is by a guy named Robert Murray McCheyenne, and he lived a long time ago. He actually died quite young, but he created a Bible reading plan that splits up readings in the Old and the New Testament every day. A lot of readings will start in Genesis, and you don't get into the New Testament until like 2/3 of the way through the year. I like this one because you get Old and New every day. And if you're thinking like, wow, the Bible in a year, how much time is that? How long does it take? It's literally like 4 chapters a day. And if you actually just sit down and read that without stopping, 4 chapters is like
fast.
5 minutes, like 7 minutes. I mean, it's not a lot of time. And so if you miss a day or you miss 2 days, it's like, oh, that's not a big deal. I can catch up with 3 days of reading in like 30 minutes. And so it's just so good to be in God's word and to see the whole Bible and to get that. So consider the Bible in 365. Would that be something you'd be interested in doing this year?
Where can we find it?
We're gonna put up on the website, Gospel Shape Family, probably also Renew Nation, and you can find info there.
Yeah, that sounds great, Josh.
All right. Well, that does it for today.
I hope you guys got some good gift-giving nuggets for your family today.
Thanks for tuning in.
Merry Christmas.
And we'll see you next time. We're honored to partner with Garrett and Yvette Hampton, and today I want to point you to their podcast, Schoolhouse Rock. Each episode will help you disciple your children and capture a biblical vision for education. If you're a home educator or you've even thought about home educating your children, this podcast is for you. Their guests have incredible expertise and powerful testimonies. We've been great friends for many years, and I encourage you to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. Schoolhouse Rocked is working hard to bring biblical truth to your family. You can find them on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Thank you for listening to the Gospel Shape Family Podcast. Please share this episode and give us a 5-star rating wherever you get your podcasts.